Hello and welcome back to Future Stars. I'm Jordan. It's me. It's me. It's me. And before you ask, why am I dressed like I'm gonna rob the place? Why am I got a hat on in the house? A beanie hat, especially. One, it's cold, baby. It's cold outside. Two, if you live with black parents and it's cold outside, it's definitely going to be cold inside because when you ask to turn the heating up, you'll get responses like, do you pay rent? Do you own this house? I am the man of the house. I am the woman of the house. You get me, you understand the struggles. So I'm freezing up inside here. So that's why I've got this on, and I kind of like black, so I kind of just went with black today. So also, another thing you probably have noticed, where's Max? Where's Max? Again, I'm sat here alone. Again, oh no, where is he gone? Sad face, sad music, you can hear it. I know you can, little violins. Well, whilst we're all here freezing in London, in -1 to like 5 degrees out here, what it feels like -12. He's out in Portugal somewhere, getting a tan. He's getting a tan, he's out there in the sun, while we're out here in the cold. You can comment down below your response to him and how he's left us, so please.
Jordan, I'm on holiday, alright? Leave me out of this, leave me out of this. I know you're talking about me, I can feel it over the sea, I can feel you talking about me. Stop it, alright? I'm out.
Oh yeah, and before we even start, follow, like, subscribe. If you like this vid, keep coming back for more. Yes, yes. Okay, today's episode is about episode 3 of Hawkeye, which just came out this morning. As I sit here this morning to you, that's why I look very, very tired. Because I stayed up to make notes for y'all. I made notes for y'all. Okay, anyways, the episode starts off with back in 2007, when I was a wee little boy. Yes, so we start off with Echo, and we get an understanding of her, where she comes from, her troubles as being a deaf person, which is really beautiful. I thought it was beautiful because it's just like really interesting to see who this character is. I was like, oh, it was Echo. I mean, I know I'm a comic. I have a Marvel encyclopedia, and I still didn't know who Echo was. So it was helpful for me, and I'm going to do some more research about Echo. So we get an understanding of her and her parents. So we see her in school struggling, but also doing better than she was. Smart. She's a smart kid, even though she's deaf. She's smart, which is really a good message to send out to the world today. So we get her a little scene of her sign language, her signing her conversation with her father, which is really a beautiful moment. And then we move faster. We move up the timeline to see her beating up some kids in karate. For she could take it down like that. And a snap. Shang-Chi has some competition here. And then we move on to when she's older and she starts boxing more, which is really good to see the timeline following who she is in a quick pace, understanding of who she is. And then we jump back to where we left off in episode 2. Hawkeye and Kate captured, and we get more of the mafia, tracksuit mafia, who like to go and use bro. This is fun, bro. Sorry for the terrible Russian accent, guys. I'm sorry. Please forgive me for that, bro.
You're in trouble now, bro.
So they're captured, and I like to call, I'll explain that in the breakdown video of what I like to call the tracksuit mafia. Please stay tuned for that because it's really funny. I think it's funny myself, but we'll see what you think. So then they are captured. Kate's talking about something. Hawkeye can't hear really well because his hearing aid is a little bit off. It's switched off a little bit, so he's just trying to ignore her at this point because she's talking. And he's kind of mad at Kate because he was trying to save her and keep her out of it. you would have seen the breakdown of episode 2 by now. Fingers crossed. But yes, so hopefully, we will see more of like what is going on in that situation, because Hawkeye is mad at Kate because he was trying to save her, and we'll see if he saves her in the end. But then Echo comes out and is talking and notices Hawkeye's hearing aid. So then her sign language level ASL is so high. Like she's very skilled in sign language because she's had to rely on it to speak to people. Whereas Hawkeye, on the other hand, is not as strong in sign language as he is in talking. So he's completely saying something else to what she's saying, and that just doesn't go to plan. So she says, "You'll be better off without the hearing aid," which he later on loses because she stomps on it. Because there's a whole fight. Hawkeye escapes. Then he's running away, trying to let Kate have some time to escape too. Echo, they all start chasing Hawkeye. There's a whole battle scene in between that, and we get to see Echo take on an Avenger, which is pretty cool to see. Someone actually take on an OG Avenger and actually hold their own, almost. I say almost because she does get stuck to a wall at some point with that arrow. So, and then he shoots. We get to see more of Hawkeye's arrow skills, which is great because I miss it. We need more of Hawkeye's arrow skills, please, because it looks really cool, to be fair. And then he helps Kate escape. She fights Echo's second hand, right hand, whatever you want to call it. Because them two, they're close, them two. They have their little band moments. And then we get the trailer, you must have seen it in the trailer, the car chase scene, which is beautiful, darling, beautiful. I am very, very, very proud of this scene because it's just the cinematography. I don't know if I said that word right. Please tell me if I did down below in the comments, please. Yeah, we didn't see if this was right. We just this whole beautiful scene of just a car chase just made beautiful in one shot. There's no cuts. There's no cuts, or not as many cuts as there would be in a scene like this. And we get to see Kate pulling out Hawkeye's arrows. But this scene is awesome and hilarious because Hawkeye doesn't have his hearing aid in because it's broken. So he's literally repeating everything she says 10 minutes or 5 minutes after she said it, which is just like flipping hilarious. Yet they still communicate in this predicament. Yes. So then we see Kate putting out all these different arrows that do all different things, which is like, hello, Hawkeye's been in this universe for what? More than, not even in the MCU timeline. I mean, just like normally, like in our universe, for at least 11, 12 years, even more than that, maybe. I think it's been 12 years at least. But it's just like, whoa, what? And it's only now we're seeing trick arrows. They are so flipping cool. I mean, how can you not like a purple Play-Doh arrow? Like, who does not like that? I mean, not in your house because it would be difficult to clean up. But it's pretty cool. And then at the end of the scene, we see Kate. The last 3 hours. It's really interesting to see. It's key moments for me, anyways. We see Kate pull out her own arrow because she gets her arrow kit back, her archery kit back. And we see her pull out her own arrow, I think, and then she shoots it into their car, and it releases purple smoke, which is a great move by Kate, showing off her skill and what she can actually do. And then we get. This is just crazy. We get an arrow. Hawkeye tells Kate to aim up high. And I was thinking, interesting. What's he gonna do? And then he pulls out an arrow that has Pym on us. Pym, Pem. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Please correct me if I'm not. Hank Pym's company arrow. Well, not company arrow. We just see the logo of it on the front of his arrow, which is like huge. This is giving indications for and 3 to see where and what Hank is doing and how he's doing in his life now. He's I think the Accords in Civil War. You know what I mean? I can't say, I don't want to try and wreck the word. So let me just say that the Accords in Civil War, I think they're finished by now. I think they're finished. That is like, I mean, after Endgame, how can you say you have to stay in your house or you're under arrest if you dress up as Hawkeye? And clearly by now, I mean, okay, no, he wouldn't be arrested yet. Hawkeye wouldn't be arrested yet, just yet, because he hasn't actually been seen as Hawkeye yet, publicly. So we'll see later on in the series if he gets caught publicly, and then we'll see if he gets arrested or not. If Ross comes back and it's like, do you not remember your deal? But yeah. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, so we get a giant arrow. Yeah, Hank Pym, you know, giant arrow, which is pretty cool. Which I'm surprised didn't tow the bridge in general, but obviously it's a steady bridge, they have to be given that. And then we get a scene where they swing off a Spider-Man move, basically. They swing off the bridge and swing onto a train and have to and end up walking the dog. And then Kate brilliantly thinks an idea of going, okay, before we even get to Kate, we get a beautiful, beautiful scene between him and his son, but obviously his hearing aids out still. And then Kate's scribing for him because he can't hear his name, and it's just so beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. I'll get more into it in the breakdown, but it's so cute. It's so cute, festive, father and son. See, this is the Hawkeye side. I love seeing the dad side, daddy side.
That's right.
I'm so daddy side.
You know how much I love that.
And then we get a scene where Kate brilliantly thinks, let's go to mom's penthouse in New York. Sorry for the terrible American accent as well. So then they sneak into the house. Well, it's not really sneaking in because she kind of lives there, so it's like, there's no point of trying to sneak in. It's your mother's house. You can go there anytime you want, kind of thing. Well, I think anyways, because you kind of lived there before and it's your grandfather's house. Great. So then we get a scene where she's trying to see what is going on, see who Tracksuit Mafia is, Echo is, and find out who Jack Duquesne is. Because, like I said before, and you've probably seen these videos by now, and if you haven't got watch it, please pause this video, go back, and then come forward. Jack is a bad guy, full stop. He's a bad guy. He might not be the bad guy of this series, but he will eventually. And then we have a scene of like Kate looking through this, and she gets disabled because she gets disabled from her account gets disabled is what I mean. Her account gets disabled from this, like her search. And she also knows her mother's passwords, which indicates she has obviously done this before. She's looked up people before, definitely. So she's trying to find out who Jack is, but they search up Echo's second hand, which I'll say the name in the breakdown when I've actually learnt the name. I don't pronounce it, but I'll try my best. I'm not gonna get it right. You know that. So then we get a scene of her seeing that he works there. He is a worker. I don't know if this is right because I literally just watched it and I haven't had time to break it down. This is just me giving you what I see. And then, right, we learn that he is an employee. An employee where? I'm thinking it's an employee in Bishop's company. Hence why I think she's a bad person. Of course, like if you're the head or co-head or in cahoots with the bad people, and they need a cover, you would give them a job at your place. It's the perfect cover. Hello, and it's a scary business. Hello. Yes, and then Hawkeye has his hearing aids back at this point. And so he hears some rumbling. He hears some rumbling in the house. But you'd hear that. You'd hear that in the house especially if you have hearing aids. So he wanders off, and then walks into, I think, the dining room. I'm going to call it the dining room. I know it's a British thing, so if you're outside this country, please correct me. If we're in America, please correct me on what that room is called, please. Yes, so he goes into the room, and Jack appears with Ronin's sword at his throat, saying, "Don't move." And then it ends, leaving you feeling like this. Well, it left me feeling like that anyways, because I wanted more, because I wanted to see what happens. I want to see what happens, I want to see what happens here in this situation. And that is the review. That is a brief cover of what happens in episode 3. If you like this video, please like it down below. Follow me and Max, even though he's off on holiday. Like, yeah, sad face, angry face, everything face. Follow us down here, please. Like, subscribe, put the notification bell on, and please come back next time. Right, just remember one thing: stay festive, because Hawkeye is getting me in the festive mood, and you will see in the next video I do. So you'll see how festive in the next video I do. So please come on back to us, and you'll see how festive I get with this. Thank you, and stay warm and wrapped up because it's cold outside. Don't get sick. See you next time.